lawful wedded husband.
To be my...
Barbara not Barbara Jean's heart. With a tramp like you?
Well, I know it hurts being third rate, but aren't you accustomed to it yet?
Oh, Robin, I see you. I myself the slut of Springfield!
Son of a bitch in heat.
I found out myself what love is all about.
Hey everybody, it's me, Nikki. Hey everybody, it is Ranting with Ricardo. We are here for what? Them soaps. Before we get all into that, listen, hit that subscription button, hit that notification bell, and then also hit that description box to hit those links so you can make sure you are registered to vote. On my community tab, you have the different states where the registration cutoff dates are, up, and, y'all go check that out. If you see this past the second, then you've already missed a date for, I believe it is, hold on, I gotta go actually see who's supposed to be, into voting is today for them. Let me go check that community tab. Yes, we're gonna be utilizing that community tab more and more. Okay, so today is the last day, August 2nd, for Oklahoma's. And since this will probably come out later, I'm sorry. But y'all make sure y'all always check that community tab. Now, with that being said, if your voting rights and you voting wasn't so important, they wouldn't be trying to snatch your rights away. That's all I'm saying. So go ahead, hit them links. Make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure you get out there to vote in all the elections, the little ones and the big ones. It is up to you to make sure you see the change that you want to happen. Now, let's get into this. Okay, so this entire episode legit was about Christina tripping and falling out of that window. Let's be clear on something. I'm not going to say Ava is to blame for, Ava didn't push her out the window. She didn't do none of that. Fake Jagger's bag being, listen, Ava is to blame because she let that man, she gave up some coochie to that man at the FDB and the I, and she want him to help her and allowed him to leave his bags right there by the window. Ava is to blame for closing that window and not going to make sure, just like, this is what happened. We was talking, it got heated, she ended up tripping over this bag, she fell out the window, that's it. Ava is to blame because Ava decided to try to make a crime scene. She tried to mess up the suite and hide the bags and say that, oh, Christina tripped over my shoes and she went through the window and that's what happened because she lunged at me, she tried to choke me, all these things. And it's just like, come on now, that ain't Christina. If anything, she might join a cult. She not about to get violent with you. She not there for the violence. She didn't already almost cut Sonny off after she saw him putting hands on Dex. She had hands put on her in a relationship very early into her dating in her teen years. So nobody believes that. Okay, so let's get back into it. Christina falls from the window. Everybody had to pull like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Ava's doing the, oh my God. She's looking like she's far back where she was. And Jocelyn hops in the pool. She flips Christina over, realizes it's Christina, says to Brooklyn, call 911, tells Gio, go get the backboard. So they, get the backboard. They get her up out the water. She's talking to her. 911 comes. Chase and Dante show up, and Dante sees his sister and he's like, okay, Christina, you're gonna be good, your baby gonna be good, okay, you're gonna be good. And they end up taking her to the hospital. Now Blaze wants to ride with her, but they always say family only. So Jocelyn rides with her. She my sister. And as many people like, you were just in her face, a few months ago. Let's be clear on something. Many times that Sonny and Carly have been married, them kids is siblings no matter what. They just gonna fight like siblings. They are siblings. So Jocelyn rides with her. Christina wakes up and she's like, where am I? How's the baby? I want my mom and my dad. Jocelyn is trying to reassure her, but Christina pulse drops, her eyes like roll back, and then she just go unconscious. So we on our way to the hospital. Mind you, Trina saw Ava come to the window, look over, look out, and then shut the blinds. So she didn't have to tell the cops that. She had to tell she told Dante this. So shout out to Trina for not lying for Ava, because at the end of the day, you could have just left it open and let it be that, and nobody would have known it was you until they had to check to see whose room it was. But that's what you did. So Gio and Trina end up having a conversation about Ava, and Trina was like, "Listen, Ava's my friend. She's helped me with a lot. I've never had a reason to doubt her, but thinking back on stuff that Spencer had said in the past, maybe I had a real reason to doubt her." And obviously, Trina's gonna have to go down to the police station, and Anna's going to question her. Now, at the hospital, TJ and Alexis are having this conversation from yesterday, and he's basically calling Alexis a coward and that she's going to lose Molly if she chooses Christina. Basically telling Alexis, you need to choose Molly over Christina because Christina's her father's daughter. And basically, I'm going to just tell y'all what it is. He basically talking on Christina's name like Christina ain't ish, like Christina's to blame for every wrong thing that has ever happened in his life, that she's the most horrible person on the face of the planet, that she's going to try to steal the baby from them, our baby, our baby, our baby. And I just thought about this as the episode continues. I'm like, and as we get to the end, because my thing is, when I think about it, and then the preview they show for Monday, when I think about it, say Christina would have had a perfect pregnancy and it would have came down to in the hospital as she's giving birth, she starts to lose a lot of blood, and now it's a choice. You either have to make a choice between the mother and the baby. TJ would have said choose that baby and let Christina die. I don't know what reason he has for hating Christina. I don't know. And at this point, I don't give a damn. Him and Molly don't actually care about Christina. To them, Christina is a host and she needs to hand over that baby quick, fast, in a hurry. They were already planning to cut her out of the baby's life. She was never actually going to be around that child. That's what they wanted. That's what they said. So when he's talking to Alexis, trying to convince her to talk to Christina to make Christina see it him and Molly's way, he was like, if I ever get to be a parent to this child, I'm going to make sure they know it's family over everything, family first, and family is supposed to defend you and all these things. And it's just like, how are you going to say that when in this moment y'all all supposed to be a family? You say F Christina and how she feels and what she's going through and all the hormones coursing through her body and everything that she's seen up to this point when it comes to you and Molly and y'all relationship. Because at the end of the day, she does not matter. She is just a thing that is going to give birth to my baby, and screw her after the fact. That is exactly what is happening in this moment. And one more time, I have to say it for the people in the back. Christina would not be trying to take that baby or keep that baby, in a sense. Because right now she hasn't solidified that she wants to keep the baby. She's just trying to put contingency plans out there just in case TJ and Molly break up, because every time TJ and Molly have been fighting about this baby, Molly runs straight to Christina and is telling her all y'all business. That is why she's scared of this situation. But he go on to call Alexis a coward and basically told Alexis, you need to choose Molly over Christina and be done with it. And Alexis keeps saying, I told y'all not to do this. I told y'all not to get into this. I told y'all what was going to happen. And she's just like, why do you want to make me choose between my kids? And I'm like, yes, Alexis, why does he want you to choose between your daughters? Make that make sense. Brooklyn, she going through it. She didn't want to splash water on her face. She's reliving Christina falling through the window. Lois comes to see her and they're talking. And Lois is like, oh, yeah, Sonny was like, he can do this. So Brooklyn, quick, fast, in a hurry, finds out that her mother went to ask Sonny about the money. And Brooklyn's like, you have to let me be an adult. I'm a grown up. I'm a businesswoman. I would have asked these questions myself. How would you have felt if, Mama Cerulo went and asked Sonny about this? So, they have that conversation and they hug it out, and she's just trying to be there for her kid. Natalia drove Blaze to the hospital, and Natalia is there when Sonny and Alexis are questioning Jocelyn on what happens, and Jocelyn is still very shaken up. So I think this might be where we see Jocelyn change her major from, I think she's supposed to be going for psychiatry, to actually being a doctor. I think we might see her become a doctor, which is great because I want to see us get back to, I'm not saying everybody has to be a doctor on General Hospital, but we need a little bit more nurses and doctors in the community. We only have a few, and Finn is gone because, they let Michael go. So Gio called Sonny. That's how Sonny ends up knowing to go to GH. So he comes in. They're wondering what's happening because Alexis and TJ were still talking, having a BS conversation because TJ's a dumbass, freaking dumbass juice and dumbass Landia. I can't stand him right now. He getting on my damn nerves because once again, he never saw Christina as anything else but a problem for him. And then when she got pregnant, she's a problem who is carrying our baby. And thank God when this will be over because we're just going to snatch the baby from her arms and we're not going to give a damn about her feelings or the hormones. I don't know how this man became a doctor because his bedside manner, from what I can see when it comes to the outside world, it's ass.com. So Alexis and TJ are talking. That's when, the paramedics with Christina and Jocelyn roll through and they have to take Christina back there quick, fast, in a hurry. Because when she fell out the window, remember, she did she was flipping through the air. Okay, y'all got to teach the girls how to fall. But she was flipping through the air and she ended up doing a full belly flop into a body of water. And typically, I know this from watching a lot of TV. When people do a belly flop in a body of water, it's a whole bunch of internal injuries going on up in there. And the placenta is detaching from the uterus, which is the baby's lifeline. So now they have to do an emergency C-section. Everybody's all up in arms. Everybody's going crazy. Dante, speaking of Ava decides to hide the bags, try to make a crime scene, says that Christina tripped over her shoes. So Dante comes up there and he calling BS on the whole thing because he's like, first of all, Christina's not violent. And while Christina was getting aggressive with her, she wasn't violent like, I'm gonna put hands on you. The moment everything switched in that conversation was when Christina said, if I'm forced to tell the truth about my father, then I'm gonna have to be forced to tell the truth about you. And the truth is, you helped Morgan into a mental breakdown by switching his pills with placebos and ultimately led to his death by your crazy ass sister, and you shot Connie Falconeri in cold blood. So if I got to tell the truth about him, I'm gonna have to tell the truth about you. And I'm just gonna say it like this. As much as people don't like Christina right now and they feel like she's whiny and all this, let's be clear on something. If I got to tell the truth about this one, guarantee I'm gonna tell the truth about you. We just gonna be some truth-telling MFers up in here. Because everybody gonna tell the truth. And ain't none of y'all gonna get that child. Let it be that. Let it be that. So Dante's not buying this whole crime scene. And plus, I'm like, Ava, you talking about nobody's gonna believe it's an accident. I have to make it seem like it's an accident. They're going to dust all the stuff in the room and they're going to check all the stuff in the room because your room is a crime scene. They're going to see that Christina's fingerprints aren't on any of this stuff. Any of it. They're going to find his bags in that room and it's really going to be a conspiracy, which now means Sonny's really going to be after y'all. Dante's not believing any of this. Dante get out the handcuffs. He cuff her up, read her his rights, and he said, you lying about all of this. And she off to the jail. Now, here's something that Ava really didn't see happening and it's not going to work for her. Sonny has had Brick's people taking picture of that room all damn day. Taking pictures of it all day long. So as soon as Sonny figures out that that Christina fell from your window, from your suite, all he has to do is call Brick and say, hey, get them pictures down to the PCPD and it's going to be done with it. Or he could blackmail you into, giving him full custody of Avery. But it's just like, this not going to work in Ava's favor. Ava definitely should get in trouble for trying to, mess with the crime scene in order to make it seem like it's an accident, because you just put yourself in a whole world of trouble. I'm gonna be honest, Christina shouldn't have went to her room. I'm gonna put it point blank in the period. She shouldn't have went to that room. But had Ava just left it like it was and not messed with them curtains, they would have found the room, they would have found out what happened, and then it would have been like, okay, it's an accident. And then we see TJ talking to Jordan, and I believe he's gonna say he don't know what happened, but it's obviously Christina's fault. And thus he's going to probably try to take Christina to court while she's in the hospital. I feel like they're gonna put Christina in a coma and she's gonna wake up fighting for that child. He's gonna try to strip her of her rights right then and there. This is a mess. I'm sick of TJ. That's what I could say. I'm sick of TJ. I'm so sick of him. Everybody about to have some trauma and some nightmares after her falling through that window. They gotta call Molly and let her know. Alexis and Sonny going through it. Jocelyn going through it. Trina might be, defecting from the Ava fan club. And goddamn it, Ava, you could have gotten away with, not even gotten away with this. You wouldn't have gotten arrested in this situation had you just left the room like it was. With that being said, F TJ, F Molly, F the phobe, F whoever is putting Brooklyn in the matronly clothes. I'm sorry. I don't know what about. She not that old. Why y'all putting her in these clothes? And they be ugly too. Like, look at Lois. Okay, I love me some Lois. Look at Lois. She got a nice high-waisted flared pants, a nice little, V-neck shirt tucked in. She looked good, hair pulled back. I could see, if you're not gonna do the hair pulled back, I could see Brooklyn in that outfit. Or look at Carly in the outfit she had on. She had like a white flowy blouse button down on with a pair of jeans and a nice heel. Why can't Brooklyn be in some non-matronly clothes? She's just so matronly. It's giving old maiden type shoes. Okay, but it's really old maiden type dresses. I don't like it. I don't like it. Gio stressed out. Everybody just stressed out. I'm stressed out. I got a feeling like we about to see them, because now Christina has to have an emergency C-section. TJ and Molly are just going to snatch that baby away, and they're not going to give a damn about Christina. And when Christina wakes up, if she's in a coma, or when she wakes up and realizes what they did, that's when we're going to start this whole custody battle. And I can't wait. I can't motherfucking wait. I can't. Talking about this is going to destroy. No, your actions are going to destroy, because Molly, Alexis, Sam, Sonny, all the people in the world told TJ, leave Christina alone during this pregnancy and everything will be good. And that's legit what would have happened. If you would have left her alone and stopped pushing the issue and stopped trying to push her into doing what you wanted her to do, none of this discourse about who's going to get the baby would have happened. We would have been smooth sailing. And if she would have switched up and changed her mind, nobody would have been on her side, because it's just like, ain't no issues. But no, you kept hounding her this entire pregnancy. That's one. Then Molly, y'all want her to terminate her rights instead of relinquishing. Remember, y'all wanted her to relinquish the rights, not terminate. That's two. Then Molly constantly running over there to her every time y'all had a problem. That's three. And then we gonna just go ahead and say, Christina could have went into labor at any time, been on doing a deposition, being on the stand for that custody case. So Sonny, Ava, and Scott, that's six. Y'all won't never gonna let her have a peaceful pregnancy. One of these days, somebody on this show is gonna have a real peaceful pregnancy. No sickness, no falling out windows, no baby switches, no baby in distress, no you in distress. Just gonna give a birth to a nice healthy baby. Nobody throwing you down embankments, no not being kidnapped, not being shot in the head, no nothing. Just give no about to jump from the top of the building, no having your baby about to be thrown over the top of the building. Shout out to Heather Weber. No being thrown pregnant over a parapet, none of that. You're just gonna have a nice smooth pregnancy. That's what I wish for one of the girls down to the GH, because this right here is a mess. But with that being said, I could see Jocelyn switching her major and becoming a doctor. I could. Yeah. With that being said, that was it. That was all. I don't have no more to give y'all. Check out the description box down below. Click those links. Make sure you're registered to vote. Check that community tab for great information over there. And also hit that subscription button and hit that notification bell. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.